Hey everyone, how are you guys doing today? So in today's video, I'm going to be doing sort of like a get to know me video where I answer some questions. I kind of did something somewhat unique with this. I took kind of a combination of some just like typical favorites or like, questions like a favorites tag or something like that. Also combined with questions that I get from viewers a lot or from you guys. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I went ahead and started with a few favorite things, and then kind of for the second part of this, it's more questions that I might elaborate on a little bit more. And then the last thing I'll say before I'll go ahead and get started, well, maybe not the last, but is go ahead if you guys have any questions for me. Feel free to leave those questions in the comments below, because what I've been doing and what I plan to keep on doing for some of my videos is to make videos where I call it like tingles and topics, to where I'll maybe be doing something that has like a, like tapping, and then as I'm doing that, I'll talk to you guys kind of throughout the video. So this video is going to be just talking, and I'll still do some videos where it's maybe focused on more sounds. I probably talk in a lot of most of my videos, but anyway, I'm still going to do different types of videos, but I'm kind of lately just felt inspired to make more videos, so that's a way to do it. So anyway, I'm going to start off with some favorites or some of my favorite things. And when I say favorite, it's hard for me to choose like an absolute favorite with a lot of things, so you know, take that for what you will. Anyway, like first thing, some of these questions are just kind of typical, but some of them are a little bit more in-depth than others. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I talk too much sometimes, but if you like the soft-spoken voice, then hopefully, that's okay. So, favorite color. Honestly, my favorite color changes, so it's really hard for me to choose just like one favorite. Like I used to say yellow, then I would say red, and then what I would say now is like I wear a lot of black and white as far as like what I wear, and I like that aesthetic. But lately, the color that I've been really into for some reason is like a dark hunter green, kind of like one of these colors actually, or like an olive green. Kind of just as far as what I wear, or even just to look at. I don't know, I've just been kind of into that color. Favorite food, again, I can't really choose just one favorite, but I love avocados. The other night I made a guacamole dip. And if you guys know me, I'm like really particular about like it has to be a certain type of avocado or whatever. And I was talking to some of you guys about there's ways to ripen them quicker or whatnot. But anyway, I'm gonna try not to ramble too much about a lot of these. I'm gonna try to just kind of maybe be more direct with some of these than elaborate on some ones later down the line. But anyway, I love avocados, whether it's chopped up or whether it's like guacamole. They're so healthy for you, and when they're prepared right and everything's done right with them, they're so good. Favorite cologne is Tom Ford Noir. I absolutely love that cologne. It feels a little bit too old for me, but like that, I think that's kind of why I like it. It's kind of like you're wearing like your father's jacket or something like that. Like sometimes you kind of, even though it's maybe a little bit older than how I feel, I like the way it makes me feel, and it just smells so good. I love that. So Tom Ford Noir. Favorite drink, I drink mostly water. But as far as like something more interesting, I drink coffee. Actually, I drink coffee every day. I always kind of make fun of myself. I say I like more like the frou-frou coffee, quote unquote. I don't really do frappuccinos that much. I used to, but I feel like that's a lot of kind of heavy sometimes. So my favorite coffee drink probably is a iced caramel coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and if you want to get like really technical, I really like, and I know this sounds weird, they always yell at me when I order it this way, so I don't always order it this way because I just don't want to deal with it sometimes. But at Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, they were a little bit nicer the last time. But anyway, I get a large iced caramel coffee with non-fat milk, but I get cream and sugar in it. And I get it. I know that's like unusual because I get it with non-fat milk, and then I'm getting cream with it, so it kind of defeats the purpose. But something about that flavor combination, I like it. I'm not necessarily doing it to be healthy. I like that taste. But sometimes I'll just won't even say non-fat milk because I don't want to deal with. Anyway, and as far as like, because I can't talk whenever someone says like favorite drink, I never know if they mean like alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I'm not a big drinker when it comes to alcohol. Like I'm just not really a big drinker basically, but I do like a good glass of like a nice dry buttery Chardonnay. Like it has to be good. I don't like cheap wine. I like nice, and I don't know that much about wine or anything like that, but just like a nice like dry buttery Chardonnay. I love that. I like red wine too, but Chardonnay is usually my go-to when I drink, which is not that often at all. Favorite preacher is which I don't know. There's like I don't know if I should be. I like feel guilty for saying like a drink than talking about a preacher. Some people are like, oh, it's fine. Other people are like, no. But anyway, I don't want to get into all that. But no, my favorite preacher is, as far as like someone everyone would know, is Joyce Meyer. I love Joyce Meyer. I love her teachings. I listen to her daily, like literally daily. It's just something I will sit down and listen to, or I'll listen to her while I eat, or I'll just like catch one of her sermons on YouTube, or if I can't catch it on TV or whatever. But Joyce Meyer, and also I do want to say that I do partner with Joyce Meyer Ministry as far as like doing a monthly donation, and I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I'm so good because I partner with I'm not trying to like brag or anything like that, but I just kind of want to, I guess, highlight that that's how much I really believe in her ministry, and it's like something that I enjoy doing, and you know I give what I can. I kind of want to be able to give more and more and more as time goes on, but I just kind of set an amount, which wasn't even a huge amount at all by any stretch of the imagination, but just something that I knew I could do each month. And anyway, it's just, I really believe in Joyce Meyer Ministries, and I've just grown so much as a Christian from that, from her teaching. I just really feel like God is using her so strongly. And anyway, I could go on, but I'm going to try to get through these questions quick. Favorite animal, I mean, aside from like saying cat or dog or something like that, I like all animals, but I really like foxes. I just think they look so cool. Like red foxes, gray foxes, black foxes, silver fox. I love foxes. They're so cool. Favorite, did I do that one? I don't think I did this one. Favorite video game is Legend of Zelda. I love Zelda. Favorite designer is, and again, it's hard to choose just one favorite designer, but I love Fendi so much. I love Fendi. Okay, so those were kind of my favorites, and then I have some kind of more questions to answer, and then towards the end of this video, if we have time, I'm going to talk about music, because I do get asked a lot about the music that I listen to, and I've really been liking what I've been listening to lately, so I'll get into that towards the end. Would I ever jump out of an airplane, like with a parachute and all that? Years ago, I would say yes, like no question, like I would just do it, but I don't know, lately I've been more like, I don't know, it's kind of dangerous, and with the parachute really open, because I'm kind of like that overly logical person a lot of times, so I don't want to say no, but I wouldn't say yes as quickly as I would have a few years ago. So I don't know. Um, where, if I could travel anywhere in the world, where would I go? I would love to go to Dubai. I mean, I've never been there before. I've never been outside of the United States, but I would love to go to Dubai. I just feel like it's a really like luxurious feeling place, and anyway, I love like the big city feel, and just it my view of it, from someone who's never been there, who's just seen it from TV or pictures or whatever, it just seems like really like just high class, luxurious, and just really like bougie, for lack of better words. So I would love to visit Dubai. Um, would I prefer to live in the city or the country? I would probably say city, although I was just talking with, I think it was my sister a few weeks ago, about like there were some really nice homes like out in the country. I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't be so horrible to live in the country. Not that I'm saying it would be horrible to live in the country, but I'm just more of a city person. Like, I'm not even like a super like neighborly neighbor. I mean, I'm always nice and polite and smile and whatever when I'm not rude to my neighbors, but like I'm more about my business. But that's kind of what I like about big cities like New York is there's always people around, but there's so many people around that you're kind of alone at the same time. It's like you can kind of be alone and to yourself if you want to be, but at the same time, if there's a need, you're not alone. So like I'll say it again just to clarify my own mind. When you're around a lot of people, you're kind of alone, but then, if you need something, anyway, does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Like I'm not necessarily a person that likes like huge crowds necessarily either, but I don't know, it's complex, but I think if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you're like, what are you saying? Then I don't know, it's probably, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, it might be hard for me to explain. But anyway, moving on. Would I ever cut my hair short? No. Like, I really like my hair, and I actually want it to grow, like, really long. Like, I want it down to my, like, belly button or, like, waist, or as long as I can get it. And I've actually talked to a few other guys about this, and I used to make videos more devoted on this topic because there's a lot of guys here on YouTube who make videos about their hair growth journey, like guys who are growing their hair out to a longer length. I had videos on a old channel where I made those type of videos among other videos. So I don't know, I've thought about like bringing that back and maybe either doing that on this channel as like an ASMR thing, or if I would, start another channel devoted to like that topic. But it depends. It depends on what people want to watch or whatever. And what I wanted to say is I've actually talked to like a few other guys who either are growing their hair out longer or who have long hair, or, are growing it or have had it or whatever. Honestly, it makes me feel more masculine to have my hair long. Like, some people would say like, I don't know, some people would say that's like, which really, I don't even get that much negativity from people about my hair, but like if I do, it does not bug me at all. But like it's not, I don't know, it just makes me feel more like even more masculine to have long hair, just for me personally. And I've talked to a few other guys who they're like, you know what, I know exactly what you mean because I feel the same way. So I guess it's like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably rambling on too much, but I'm actually proud of myself. I'm actually getting through this list quicker than I thought I would. So anyway, but yeah, no, I like my hair. Okay, if I could, and I wrote down some of these questions and I put it in my own verbiage, so hopefully my own verbiage makes sense when I read it back. Um, if you could, if I could look like anyone else, who would I want to look like? And honestly, like, I really like the way that I look. Like, I'm, I haven't always been confident all my life, like growing up and stuff, but honestly, like, I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, you know, I, I like myself. I like the way that I look, so I want to look like I think I look good. And I think everyone should feel that way about themselves. Like, I don't think that's, like a bad thing to say. I think that everyone should find kind of who they were created to be. And, you know, anyway, but no, I really like myself. But if I had to choose someone, I'm probably going to mispronounce his name, but Zoltan, I even wrote it down too, Zoltan Ibrahimovic. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I think it would be cool to look like him, and I've actually had people tell me that I look like him, and that like makes me so happy to hear that. But it's like I'll have people tell me I look like him, and then I'll like, show my friends and family. I'll be like, hey, do I look like this guy? And I'll hold up a picture on my phone or whatever. Some people would be like, yeah, you really do, and then some people will be like, no, not at all. So I don't know. Like, I like how I look, but I think it'd be like cool to look like him too. And then I like it's so cool when people tell me that I look like lately I've been getting Kid Rock. Like, that's so cool. Like, that's such a huge compliment to me. I love that people like think that me and him look alike. Like, that's so cool. I get Kid Rock and Daryl from Walking Dead. Or he might have a different name. I forgot if that's his real life name or his character name, but Daryl from The Walking Dead, with kind of the longer, like, my hair's longer than his is, but he has kind of like long dark hair. Who else do I get? I've had someone tell me Zoltan. I don't know. I get like a few. It's usually always good whenever someone tells me I look like someone. It's 90% of the time it's always someone I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I take it as such a huge compliment. But anyway, um, okay, and then the last question before I talk about music. Um, if I could go back and do things differently, what is one thing that I would do differently? And without getting into too much detail about this, because I might spend a little bit more time talking about music, I would, and again, I mean, who knows? Like, I don't have any regrets necessarily, because I think things happen for a reason and things are worked out for my good. And like the Bible even talks about, like, things being worked out for good for those who love the Lord. And, but like, I would have gone to college after high school. I didn't go to college. I went to trade school, and then now I do something totally different. I mean, I got my side hustles and stuff like that I got going too. So, I'm okay. I'm not like, not like totally, I'm okay. But I think it would have been cool to have gone to school. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine at work just recently, actually. And I really think it would be cool to get into accounting. I kind of have like an accountant type brain. Like, people would look at me, they're like, oh, he's got like the long hair and the facial hair, like the goatee and the mustache or whatever. He must be like, you know, like party guy, rock star, just wants to have fun. And which, I mean, that's not a bad thing to, I don't know, sometimes it can be, but like, even though people might stereotype me one way, like, really, I'm very like, how do you say it? Like, I have like an accountant type brain. Like, I balance my checkbook, I follow the rules. I'm very like mathematical in my thinking, like A plus B equals C. Like, I'm getting better at this, but like, I'm not someone go with the flow, whatever. I'm more like, no, this. Like, that's kind of, anyway, like numbers. I balance my checkbook out the old-fashioned way. So, anyway, to have gone to school, but I mean, who knows? If I did that, then I might not be where I am now, and I'm in a good place now. So anyway, the last thing I will talk about is music, and I'm gonna try to keep this video under 24 minutes. I guess we'll see. Well, you'll see if you're watching it now how long it is, but I get asked a lot about what type of music I like, and I always say that it varies, but lately I've been into, and I think I even joked about this, like old people music, like I don't know, like smooth jazz or like classical or like instrumental. Like I listen to this jazz station. I'm thirsty actually, so I'm gonna take a drink. And there's actually just water in here. I think I said earlier I never drink soda. Then I have like a soda. I don't never drink soda. I do sometimes, but like this is the first soda I've had in like probably literally 2 weeks. I don't track it like that. Like I don't care, but I mean I watch what I eat and what I drink and what anyway. But no, this is just refilled with water. So what was I saying? Music. Probably should have taken a drink earlier. I feel like my voice is less scratchy now. Although I think some people, I don't know, I think it depends. Some people might get triggered by a slightly scratchier voice or anyway, but music, like I listen to like smooth jazz, like kind of when I'm in the car. I don't know, I feel like it relaxes me more. It makes me feel more like an adult. I don't know, but one of my favorite songs is from Les Miserables. How do you say it? I have the book here. Les Miserables or Les Miserables. I don't know, but I Dreamed a Dream. I love that song. I like all different versions. I like Anne Hathaway's version a lot. I've never really seen the movie from start to finish. I've seen it. I think they showed it to us in school, but I forgot a lot of it. I don't think they showed us the Anne Hathaway one, but I've seen clips of the Anne Hathaway one, but I've never like if I were to watch it now, I would like sit down and pay attention from beginning to end. Like I would want to know the storyline and everything. So I would like to see it, but I like the Les Miserables soundtrack, and I love I Dreamed a Dream. I also like On My Own, which that was one of those songs that it would come on Pandora Radio and I would listen to it, and I wouldn't always listen to it, but then I actually listened to it, and it's kind of sad, but in a way it's kind of like it feels good to work through sadness sometimes. But anyway, so On My Own, I like that one. Also the song Hallelujah. I am Christian and I do listen to a lot of Christian music, but this song Hallelujah, I'm not sure if that's a Christian song or not. But it's that one. Wait, I know it by heart, but I can't think of how it starts. Like, there was a please the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? I don't know. I can't think how it starts, but I love it. Celtic Thunder, I want to say it is, has one of my favorite versions of that song. I love that song. And Josh Groban, I really like Josh Groban, like his music, like that type of music. I like Awake. It was a song I just kind of by his that I've heard just recently that I like paid attention and listened to the lyrics and everything. I really like that. And yeah, this is the book I Dreamed a Dream, or Les Miserables. So we're gonna see. I've kind of been known to pick up books. It's from the library, but I've been known to pick up books and then like never read it or just get so far. So I don't know. I want to start reading more. But anyway, I think. All right. Well, you guys, I don't want my camera to cut me off because I don't have that much space left. But was there anything else I wanted to mention? I think that was everything. So yeah, leave any questions if you guys have questions, and then that'll kind of give me some different topics. And you guys have given me topics too. So if I don't get to it in one video, I kind of use that as inspiration for next video. Like, oh, someone, excuse me, asked about this or wanted me to talk about this. So it's like gives me some ideas to work with, like in all my different videos. So anyway, all right, thank you guys for watching, especially if you made it to the end of this video. If like you've made it to the end of this video and you've like listened to me throughout the whole thing, that makes me really happy. I'm like, okay, cool, someone likes me. So anyway, thank you guys for watching and for all the positivity on this channel. And all right, have a good night.